What is up, people? This is your boy Lou. You know what it is. Wrestling 2 1 coming at you with another video. Now, today we're going to talk about a couple of things here going into the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. We're going to talk about my predictions of things that are going to happen at the Elimination Chamber and things of that nature, what I would like to see, what I think WWE is going to do, etc. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. Give me a video response. Do it how you do it. Hit the subscribe button if you already have not. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the Elimination Chamber for Raw. It's the first match we actually know about on this card. There's going to be some random stuff, but I'll probably get to that later and try to think of what the hell they're going to do. But the Raw Elimination Chamber match has CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Chris Jericho, The Miz, R-Truth, and Kofi Kingston. Now, let's go down the list of guys here. First of all, we're going to talk about CM Punk. Now, CM Punk, do I think CM Punk is going to retain the belt? In my personal opinion, what I want to see happen, no, he should not. Will he retain the belt? More than likely. But would I like to see him lose it? Yes. And I'll go down the card later. In my opinion, for the way they're going with CM Punk and Chris Jericho, I think it would be a better idea to have somebody else have the belt at this point. That's just my opinion. I'll get to who that person should be and why later on in this video. I think CM Punk will put on a great showing. It's just me personally. I don't think he should walk out the champion. But with WWE, I think they'll let him walk out as the champion because, he's a good draw for ratings for them right now, because CM Punk, CM Punk would be, and Jericho would be a great match for Mania, but obviously more people like Jericho than Punk, so, I said I'll get to that in a minute. Who's next? Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler will put on a great showing, but until he breaks off from Vicky Guerrero, I don't think he's ever going to be a great singles competitor in the main event. They really need to get her away from him, put her on somebody else, and just let him establish his own heat. And he gets a reaction out there and whatnot. It's just I don't think that he isn't ready. They can't just throw him up there when he's not ready to be there. That's just my opinion. Do I think he should be champion sometime this year or next year? Yes, I do. Just not right now. That's just my opinion. I think he'll put on a great showing. Probably one of the guys that sells the most in the match, next to Kofi. But he's not going to win. That's just my opinion. Now we're going to talk about Jericho. Now, Jericho will, in my opinion, what I want to see, win this match. Somehow it'll get down to where it doesn't have to be Jericho versus Punk, necessarily in the center of the ring. For whatever happens and Jericho screws Punk at whatever time, I would like to see Punk lose the belt and have Jericho going into Mania as the champion. That is just what I would like to see. To have the heel hold the belt and have, the good guy have to overcome the obstacles after he got screwed playing by the rules out of the belt would be the ultimate heel face storyline. That's how wrestling works. I would like to see that. That's just what I would like to see. So in my opinion, Chris Jericho should win, but he's probably not. Like I said, it's probably still going to be Punk. But I'm not saying I don't like Punk. It's just that would really help with the storyline. It would add more to it. It would make it more in depth and make people care about Punk more. He's not just having this title handed to him, okay, because he cried out and said a bunch of things to go against WWE and what they do. Okay, have him lose the belt and now have to gain it back and show his worth. And I think at Mania, it'll blow off in this huge match, and then ultimately Punk will go more over than he is now because people will respect him more because he went over Jericho, who was the champion. And Jericho will do a great job in terms of putting a CM Punk over in the feud and in the match. He'll make CM Punk look great. Already better than he is. So that's just my opinion of Jericho at this point and what they should do, but more than likely Jericho is not going to win. It will be Punk. Who else is there? The Miz. Okay, The Miz and the next guy, the R-Truth. Okay, R-Truth and Miz are feuding. There's no way any of these guys are going to win. I think these guys will be the first two guys to get eliminated. That's just my opinion. We'll have to see how that works out. Because the next guy, because they're feuding, I want to talk about the next guy, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is my pick to be the guy you're going to remember because of this match. I think he and Dolph Ziggler are going to be those two guys, but he will be the number one guy who you will remember, who will have entertained you in this match and gave you the awe-inspiring moment that you needed to see to really make this match the Chamber. You know what I'm saying? He'll be the one that puts off that maneuver or whatever he does. He will be that guy. He will not win the Chamber, but he'll be that guy. And I really think in the next couple of years he deserves the belt. He's won so many mid-card titles. How many more do you have to win before you go over? They've been pushing him. Since Evan Bourne is out, okay, we have, Kofi Kingston do a decent run in the Rumble, okay, and now he's in the Elimination Chamber for that reason. So, great. You know, they're really giving him a singles push again. This is what I want to see. You know, they haven't done this since the whole Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston debacle, you stupid idiot shit in the ring, okay? I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're pushing him. Said he's not going to win, but he's going to put on a great showing, and that's what counts, okay? If he's the guy that you're going to remember for seeing that oh my god shit in the match to really cement this match in history for you, then good. Okay, because he is, in my opinion, one of those guys that's the future. You know, so just like a Dolph Ziggler, just like CM Punk is now, okay? Expect great things from him. Expect him to have a great showing, and yeah, there you go. I think the match is going to be good. It should be entertaining. I'm really going to enjoy it. I mean, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler in this match, Punk in this match, so The Miz and R-Truth are decent. This is going to be a great match, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to like this. I hope the results go the way I want them to, but if they go the way WWE more than likely will do them, I'm okay with that, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match we're going to talk about next. Daniel Bryan being the champion versus Cody Rhodes, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Wade Barrett, Big Show, the Great Khali, and Santino Marella. Now, we're going to talk about Bryan here. I want Bryan to win. I want him to go on and face Sheamus at Mania. Do I think WWE has the faith in Bryan to let him main event Mania? I hope so, but I don't think they do. But we'll have to see what happens. I hope that he retains the belt. I pray that he retains the belt and faces Sheamus at Mania. Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them feud. I'd like to see them have a match. I think it'd be great, but that's just my opinion. Will WWE do that? Probably not, but we'll have to see what happens. I mean, you know, he needs to face, you know, Sheamus needs to face somebody big that's this huge top star to be somebody. He needs to face Randy Orton. God. Somehow magically Randy Orton will be champion. Just magically just gets entered by taking out Santino Marella, or Santino Marella gets taken out, and then whoever took out Santino gets taken out by Orton. Orton gets in the chamber. He beats Daniel Bryan. That's where they're booking Randy Orton right now. With all this injury bullshit, I would not be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me the fucking least. God, I hope they don't do that. Because I mean, when you look at this, if Daniel Bryan doesn't win, then nothing else makes sense. Because Cody Rhodes is Intercontinental Champion. He's got to defend it. So it'd be stupid to have him hold both belts. That just would not make sense. It'd be stupid. You want to have another guy have that belt so he can get a chance to go over. Okay, use those belts to put over other guys. If Cody Rhodes is already over, why bother having him hold the Intercontinental Championship, which puts people over to be able to hold the top championship on their particular brand, being the World Heavyweight Championship? Why does he need to hold that IC belt anymore if he's going to be the World Heavyweight Champion? It would not make sense. So it's not going to be Cody Rhodes, and he's a heel, and so is Wade Barrett. So effectively right now, Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett have no chance of winning this match, which means that it's either going to be Big Show, Great Khali, and Santino Marella. Santino Marella at no point in time will ever win the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's face it. If he does, it's going to be on a fluke joke. Okay, he's a great talent. He's very entertaining. People love him. I think it's great he's in this match. I hope that he doesn't get taken out and Randy Orton gets magically put back in this match. I hope it does not happen. Santino will make this match funny and entertaining. He'll be something to remember. He won't win. He might not even be there a long time. But at least, you know, the WWE went there and did something that they would normally never do. You know, that's just doing something out there that, you know, the hardcore fans might not be expecting. But even though he's not going to win and people know that, it's going to just make the match that more entertaining having him there. But he's not going to win. Neither's the Great Khali. Come on, the Great Khali is just nothing but a big joke. He's not a wrestler. Nobody really cares about him. He's just an attraction. So that's why he's there, okay? Helps bring in some of the indie, you know, people from India and stuff to help maybe like him. People see a Great Khali even from other places like, oh my God, he's huge. Same thing with the Big Show. He's just an attraction, okay? Right now, there is no way that the Big Show can be feuding with Daniel Bryan going into WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan needs to stay the champion. So the only person effectively that could win this match that would make sense would be the Big Show. He has 45-second title on and whatnot. But if they do that, then you can't have Sheamus versus the Big Show at WrestleMania. And it can't be Sheamus versus CM Punk. That wouldn't make sense either, especially when they're pushing this CM Punk Jericho thing. Whatever happens at the Raw Elimination Chamber, having anything happen in terms of Sheamus facing the Raw winner would not make sense. Because there's a feud right there right now. So there's no way that Big Show can win here. You can't have face versus face in Mania. It wouldn't make sense. How are you going to build a story around that? It's going to be a I love you, you love me, let's shake hands and fuck after the match promo. And that's not what we can have. So the only thing that makes sense here is Daniel Bryan winning and going on to face Sheamus at WrestleMania and defending the World Heavyweight Championship. Sheamus might win that match. Who knows? I hope he does, and I hope, or maybe later on down the line after Mania, because that can continue the feud, and eventually Sheamus can win the belt after Daniel Bryan has a really great run with the belt. We'll have to see what happens with this match and later on down the line. I want Daniel Bryan to win. There's no one else in this match that can effectively be that guy that WWE wants, that top star, because they haven't really produced that top star yet. Now, Daniel Bryan is slowly becoming one of those stars. Will WWE treat him as one at WrestleMania, or will Randy Orton get magically placed back in this match after Santino gets taken out by whoever, and Randy Orton takes out that person? Whatever happens, and Randy Orton ends up back in the match and beats Daniel Bryan for the belt. But will that make sense? No, because it can't be Sheamus versus Randy Orton. What are they going to do? Turn Sheamus heel now? That'd be stupid. He's got a face push run right now. That wouldn't make any sense. So let's hope Randy Orton does not get reinserted in this match. If he does, he ends up getting taken out. Does not win. Daniel Bryan retains and goes on to face Sheamus for the belt at WrestleMania. We'll have to see what happens there, though. But those are my predictions of what I think should happen and what I think WWE should do and what they're probably going to do in having Daniel Bryan win. Nothing else really makes sense now that I'm really looking at it, just thinking about it now. So, yeah, it only makes perfect sense for Daniel Bryan to actually win and go on to Mania. So, there you go. I think the match should be good. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be awesome. And we'll have to just see what else WWE has to offer for this card. Well, there is one more match. Beth Phoenix versus Tamina for the Divas Championship. This is probably going to be the best Divas match we've seen probably in 2011 and what we're going to see in 2012 and beyond with WWE more than likely. So with that much to say about this match, I hope it's really good. I really do. You know, I'm still going to make my Divas video whether people like it or not. So this match better be good. It better deliver because I'm so sick and tired of all the Diva bullshit that WWE puts on our faces when they know those ladies can go out there and do something more than what they fucking do. They just want them to look pretty like Barbie dolls and just go out there and just do that. Be like Barbie dolls and just look pretty. So there you go. There's probably going to be some random match, probably, you know, Epico and Primo versus the Usos or something random like that for the belts. Who knows? They'll make up some story on Superstars and NXT how this happened, so now this is what it is, or some bullshit. They'll put some random match on the card. Swagger will face somebody random and lose or something. I don't know. WWE will do something stupid like that, but we'll have to see what happens there. But overall, with the card and the way it looks as what's announced, it doesn't look bad. It looks good. So the Divas match might even be good, so we'll have to see. Those are my thoughts on the pay-per-view. I think it's going to be good. I think good things should happen if they play it out the way I want them to. We'll have to see what happens at the pay-per-view itself. This is your boy Lou, Wrestling 2 101. I'll be at you later with another video. You already know what it is. Peace.